Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Depends on where you are on the planet. It is 2:39 a.m. here, and I'm here to make just a little bit of a special video today on the 10th of May, 2017. I'm up late because I just finished doing a really long reading. I've been busy with the readings, and that was my last one, so I hope to take tomorrow off before I begin the weeklies again. Anyway, why am I here? Why am I making this? It's a very special day for Bay of Fundy fortunes. Today, May the 10th, 2017, is Bay of Fundy fortunes' very first birthday. It's been a whole year since the channel launched, and there's been a lot of reflecting going on this evening about before the channel started, to where I am today. And overall, in the bigger picture, it's real easy for me to say this has been an extremely wonderful, exciting, satisfying, fulfilling thing that I've done in a long time. Yeah, there's up days and down days. Well, there's down days, but a lot of up days. The big element here, overall, if I had to say pick one thing that's been really great about doing all of this, it's the people that I've met. The friends that I've made has been, I don't have the words to, and I like to write. I'm a bit of a, not a bit, I am a writer as well. I write from time to time. I've been published a couple times. No biggie. Small things. But when I get into a loss for words to express myself, because this is on the spur of the moment, there's nothing written down anywhere. This isn't the cards, but that's a whole other video. I'm going to do one on the cards too. But there's nothing written that's written down here. Nothing that's preempted. Other than thank you keeps going over in my head and in my heart. There's been a lot of changes in my life in the last year. It's been a roller coaster, that's for sure. And I never know from one minute to the next what's coming at me next. But the only thing, and the one constant thing, and the one sure thing in my life is Bay of Fundy fortunes. Even choosing the name in the very beginning was a dilemma, because I wanted it to be about living here on the beautiful Bay of Fundy. I wanted the Bay of Fundy to be reflected back into the channel, and the channel to reflect it. And I think my backyard is like, yeah, I'm bragging. Why not? I never get to brag, but I can brag that I think my backyard. And when I say that, I don't mean just my back door here. What I mean is the view here that I have. The beautiful marsh that stretches from one end to the other, way up the road, and I sit smack dab in the middle of it, and it's a migratory bird path, and a very important, vital part of the ecosystem that goes on here. The cove itself stands alone in its own beauty. It needs no words to describe it. It's something you need to see. The tides, when they go out, are so low, and you can go out there for hours and walk around on the seabed floor, and then the tide comes back in. It makes it all disappear, and they're the highest tides in the world. Google that. Bay of Fundy. Highest tides in the world. It is nature. It is history. A lot of rich history here. Stuff that movies are made of. And I wanted that all brought into the channel, because I think it's the prettiest place in the world. I do. I've not been around much. I don't have much to compare it to. I just know that when people come here and they see this, they're awe-stricken by the tides. They're awe-stricken by the beauty. And I wanted to carry those elements into the channel, and I hope that I have. I talk a lot about where I live, and there's good reason for that. You kind of have to be here in order to experience what it is to live here, and the spirits that roam. There's atmosphere here, and it's rich atmosphere, and it's full of history. Right down from the sweetgrass, right into the tides. There's a lot of spirit here, a lot of atmosphere. There's a graveyard that sits. See, it's dark right now. I can't see anything, but there's a stand of trees, evergreens, at the very end of it. Our beach here is shaped kind of like the New Brunswick coastline. It's bowl shaped, like this. And so is the beach. The beach goes the same way. And up here at the end of the beach, up there, they're behind a stand of evergreens. It's kind of hidden. Is a graveyard of the original settlers here, and there's stories upon stories behind them. And I know they're here. The spirits walk. They rest easy, but they walk. And this is where everything has begun for me. My life was stagnant and on hold, and boring until I came to live here, and my life changed overnight, just like that. I started to write. I started to do things I never did before, things that I'd let go to the side, and eventually, the channel began. 1 year ago today. 1 year ago. It's been a year. I can't believe it. And what a year it's been. It's been overall the most positive experience, one of the most positive experiences in my life in a long, 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 long time. And like I said, the people from all over the world. It's amazing. And it's mind-blowing. And you know what? One-on-one, everybody is just great. You know, the world collectively as a human race, we're a mess. But when you break it down and it's one-on-one with the people that you meet, the people that you come to care about, the people that become important to your life, the people you grow to love. And I don't use the word love. I don't throw it around loosely. I find too many people do that these days. When I say love, I mean love. That if these people walked away or disappeared or died, I would be crestfallen. I'd be heartbroken. And I've discovered that the human heart can hold as much love that is thrown at it. You don't run out of room when it comes to that. And people are so kind and generous of spirit overall. Yeah, you get the odd jerk pop up every now and again, but that's life and that's the world. And people will look for things wrong more than they'll look for things right. And to those people, the naysayers, the narrow-mindedness, the racism, the hate, you know, I feel sorry for these people. They have no idea of the things that go on in life. These are things that I've learned, things that I thought I knew, but to walk through them and live them, it's a whole different thing. You know, like I said, with the negative people, you know, they come in on attack for no reason. You know, I tell one story that while I slept one night, that there was a man in my channel, and he left something like 17 messages. And I felt sorry for him. Other people were flipping out about it, were angry about it, and were really scared. And I just said, I feel sorry for him. But the guy left 17 messages describing in great detail on how he was going to take his mighty sword and he was going to cut me into 1,000,000 pieces. And what he was going to do with those pieces. This all went on while I innocently slept in my bed, and I get up in the morning, and it's the first thing. There's some really sick people out there. I've learned that too. I've learned to be careful about what I say, but yet I've learned to be more outspoken and all these things. But the people, see, I keep going back to the people, because they're what it's all about. The group on Facebook, Bay of Fundy Fortunes, it's not my channel. Yeah, I'm the founder and all that. But that channel belongs to everybody that's in there. They've made it their own. Nobody asked me. They just made it their own. Who am I to argue? And they're wonderful people. I always say we're so like-minded. And we all have the same understanding about the universe around us and how the universe works and how exciting that is to discover your own inner power and your connection to the universe and what that entails and what that means. I get excited about it, to discover these things. You know, and I always thought I'm just an old school. old school tarot reader. I'm just this middle-aged woman that lives in the countryside on the coast of Canada, you know, in a little cottage, and I read tarot cards. And really, that's who I am. When I think about, you know, here's the ironic part. I'm ironic as well. When I think about the public side of having a channel on YouTube and being a tarot reader, it's ironic because I'm such a private person. I'm very private. Believe me, I am. I try to live a quiet life and keep to myself and be kind and friendly to my neighbors and hope they're the same way back. It's not always the way. There's always one in every neighborhood. But anyway, it's ironic because if I stop and think about the thousands of views that come in, I'm up on, you know, general overall views for the channel for the year. I'm coming up on 250,000 views just on the channel. People that something catches their attention and they come in. You know, the subscriber base has continually climbed up. There's a lot of subscribers, and I didn't start the channel on Facebook until much later after the channel on YouTube was already established, and then I kind of picked up on, yeah, I should have a Facebook page. That's one of the best things I ever did. I'm highly present there all the time. I'm not highly present on YouTube. Only when the readings are due, and that's the only time people see me. I go in and I always do my best to answer everybody's questions and comments that they leave on the videos. And that's always interesting. I always make a big mug of tea or coffee for that. And I know after new videos have been released that I'm going to be sitting at the table for a while the next morning answering, you know, 30, 40, 50, you know, comments and questions. And you know what it's given me? I'll tell you what the channel's given me. It's given me purpose. I get up and I know what I have to do, and I have things to do, and talk about love your work. I love my work. I really do. I love what I do. This is work. It helps keep the wolf away from the door. It's an income for me. It is a home-based business, but it's so much more than all that. It's enriched me as a person, as a human, as a spirit, as a soul. I'm much more enriched than I could have never dreamed of doing this 10 years ago. And if somebody told me 10 years ago, you're going to be like, you know, have your own, like, back then would be called a TV channel. And you're going to be, you know, telling people's fortunes and futures and interacting with the public. And I would have said, you're flipping nuts. I'm too private for that. And if I think about the thousands and thousands and thousands of people that look at this and listen to me, I would probably be in my bathroom getting very, very ill just from nerves alone. So I don't think about all that. It still comes back to the people. It's all about that. And I've grown so much. It's unreal. I'm not the same person I used to be. I'm more in touch. I'm more in depth. I'm more open-minded to nature and what's going on around us. And I don't know why I'm shaking, but I'm shaking. I'm not nervous, but I'm just, it's like I got to chill, and I'm shaking here probably because it's almost 3 o'clock in the morning. I need sleep, and I'm going to get it, and I'm going to get some sleep tomorrow too. But I'll be back and forth and up and down on online and stuff. But a whole year, can you imagine? A whole year has gone by. Some of you have been here from the very, very beginning, right from the get-go, and you're still here. Yeah, it blows my mind. I think my very first online customer was Cora. Hi, Cora. If I remember, you'll have to remind me. Do you remember? I think you were my first online customer. After that, I did some home readings for people that I know really, really well. But I don't want strangers in my home. There's too many. After being exposed for a year on YouTube, I wouldn't let a stranger into my home. There's too much of a high risk there for people that are fanatics. That can, you know, ploy their way in your door, being the nicest person, wanting a tarot reading, and I could see it, you know, some nut coming in here. Pity help the fool. They better be fast, and they better be, you know, God told them to do it. You know, that kind of crazy. No, I don't do, and I don't do live readings. It's right out there, and I've got my reasons for that too. And I had a friend on the phone from the U.S. tonight, and tell me that if she had a live reading for me, and if I was telling her something, she would constantly be interrupting me and asking me 1,000 questions on each card that come up. Well, what does that mean? What if this and what if that, to be a lot? And what should be a 45-minute to an hour-long reading for $50 or $55, depending where you live, turns into 2.5 to 3 hours. I don't have time for that. No live phone calls, no face chat, no Skype, no FaceTime, no face off, no whatever. These readings that I do, they work. Even I was doubtful at the very beginning, but these readings work. And people are happy with their readings. People always are happy. And I couldn't be more pleased about that. Because to pull a reading off, I'll tell you, is one reading. Celtic Cross, 45 minutes to an hour to do the actual reading. I have prep time and things I have to do before I sit down to do a reading. I've got to get my cards ready and my space ready and myself ready. That takes time. Then I do the reading. And then when the reading's done, I have to save all that to my system. That takes time. When that's done, I have to edit everything. I have to put my introductory tiles and all that good stuff have to go onto it. So then it has to be resaved again to the system. And then it goes to YouTube. And if it wasn't slow before that, YouTube, for 45-minute to 1 hour video, takes over 3 hours to upload onto YouTube. And when I do the weeklies and monthlies, that's 12 times over. So it works out to about 70 hours of work. And I'm not getting paid. I just sit back and I wait. And now that I've got as many subscribers as I do, the readings are more regular. And they're coming in every week, every couple of days. And they come in all at once. I'll get 2, 3, or 4 all at once. And I get through them and I devote my time to them. And I make sure that I rest up for them. There's so many things that are involved. So many things come into play. And these are not complaints. This is all a labor of love. And I know you guys are all grateful and thankful and you enjoy the videos. And that really, it makes me feel like I'm not wasting my time and that it's worth it all. Because some of you, I always say it's a form of entertainment first. But on the other hand, so many people, their day is banked on getting their tarot reading or their month or their week. And they bank on it. And they can prepare themselves and anticipate what's coming at them, good or bad. It doesn't matter. And I'm an honest tarot reader. There's some things I won't relay if I see something really bad. That's my vision. It's been brought forth through that way, or I hear things. There's some things I won't relay. I'm honest. I'm straightforward. And yes, might as well address it right now. You see the cards? These are my brand new cards. Look at the backs of them. You see that? You see that? There's not one single meaning per card. Okay? For you people that go, oh, you read the cards? Well, I could read the cards. I got one like that today. I told her, go buy your deck of cards so you can read cards. And go buy your intuition while you're at it. Because that's for sale, right? That pisses me off because you people that are like that, you don't have an idea or clue of what tarot reading is all about. And you know what? I've got my favorite tarot readers on YouTube as well. And I'll tell you, this is supposed to be about my anniversary, right? But anyway, I've seen them pull cards out. And there's half the card. And the cards are bought and made that way with the meanings written right there on the front of the card. And the guy or the girl will go, blah, 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 show you the card. See, that's what it says. Now on to the next card. Is that what you call a true reading? I certainly don't, because in that case, yeah, anybody can read a card. There's a lot more involved than that. A lot more. It just pisses me off of the work I put in. And these are my gifts, my God-given gifts and my God-given talents. Not anybody can read the cards. I try to deliver and squeeze everything out of each and every card. I can't leave anything hanging. I can't skip over things. These are guidelines for me. Guidelines. There's 78 cards here. And every card has anywhere from 5 to 10 meanings on it. There's just no way. I mean, I've been at it for a year and I've gone through one deck. Of course, I know most of the cards when I look at them now. But the details, and my intuition, it's like a fine wine going with a great dinner. All right? One by itself, both together, a bang up fantastic. Anyway, we're going into 20 minutes. As I said, This is going to, oh, my sage. I got my delivery of sage from Sue Chisholm in Colorado. Big shout out to you, Sue. I hope you're watching this. And she gave, well, you can't see. It's a shame. Here, hold on, guys. I'm going to get one down. She sent me, she grows and cultivates these herself. These are sage sticks, smudge sticks. Let's see. Is that going to come off? These are smudge sticks. Look at them. They're like 12 inches long. These are smudge sticks. Okay? And she sent me, oh, the smell. They're just amazing. I got a bunch of these, a whole bunch of them. I think she sent me, oh, there's about 12 there. And then she sent me this one by itself. And that's got, I don't know how many sticks in it. Anyway, it's called Colorado Blue White Sage. She grows them, cultivates them, excuse me, and puts her sticks together all herself. And she has a website. I'm going to put a link eventually on my channel for her. And she sells this stuff. It's expensive. It's not cheap. But she was just amazing. And she emailed me right out of the blue. I don't know her at all. And said, she told me what she has a hobby farm. And she grows sage. And she said, I have a white sage. It's Colorado blue. And I want you to have some. And I thought, well, why? And she said to me, she said, I want you to have some. Because what she said was, you celebrate ceremony. And I love that. And you deserve to have some really good quality sage to use for your smudges. So, that's what I'm going to do here. And I meant to do this while I was talking. And I completely forgot. It is 3 now in the morning. So you'll have to forgive me. I put the last of my sweetgrass is in this bowl. It's all gone now. This is the last of it. But I want it to burn. And that the sweetgrass was from my girl Heidi in Rhode Island. Hey, Heidi. So we'll get that going in there. This smudge is for you guys. This is in celebration of Bay of Fundy Fortune's first year. Can't believe it. A year. I've been at this a year. Can't believe it. I've got goals now, though. One of these days, because my girlfriend Sherry had a very vivid dream one night that I was driving a red Jeep, brand new, and on the door panels was written in gold, Bay of Fundy Fortunes. There's my goal. Think I'll get there? Think I'll make it? I hope so. You imagine. Wouldn't that be nice? Bay of Fundy Fortunes written in gold on a red Jeep. That would be beautiful. I owned a Jeep once before, a Grand Cherokee. I miss it so bad. All right. The stuff, they've got smudging. She's got smudging down to a perfection. This'll burn. I'll be sound asleep, and it'll still be smoldering and filling the house with all its goodness. There it goes. I need that right now. Ah, that's nice. Oh, that's so nice. And this is for you guys. This is how we'll sign off tonight. There you go, guys. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm so grateful. Thank you, Pam. You're part of that, too. You and Luna, thank you so much. Goodness, I'll set my laptop on fire. See, don't play with fire when you're half asleep. But this is for everybody. Thank you all so much, all of you, from the bottom of my heart. If I go on too much longer, I'll start to cry. I'll do an ugly face cry. Remember Lucille Ball? She was the queen of the ugly face cry. There we go. And here, my dears, cheers to you all. And here's to another year about to start. And I've enjoyed every single minute of it. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel and supporting the Facebook group and supporting tarot itself. Thank you so much. I can't say thank you enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. See you later, guys. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Bye-bye.